Live from WIAT CBS 42 News, here's what's happening right now.
Well, a beautiful weekend will bring some potential severe weather at the beginning of next week. Good evening. I'm Alex Finney in for Lee Garner. Things could get a little dicey next week as Storm Track meteorologist Nate Harrington is going to explain what's all in store as we get ready to gear up for Monday.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the real likelihood of severe weather. There is a chance. It's not a foregone conclusion just yet. There is still a lot of moving parts to this forecast, but we do want to let you know about the setup that could potentially lead to some strong to possibly some severe storms. So what we'll have over the next few days is increased moisture and increased warmth coming in from the Gulf of Mexico. That will add to the instability in the air. Warm, moist air equals that instability. Then we have a cold front that will be moving through. Just in time, the low-level jet will increase, and that will lead to increased wind shear. As this front makes its way through central Alabama, it's all about timing. If the timing lines up, we could see the potential for some strong to severe storms. I'm going to let you know weather aware day has been issued for Tuesday into Wednesday. And of course, it's a lot of moving parts to fine tune before we nail down that exact forecast. But it's been a nice day so far. 63 degrees right now, high atop Red Mountain. South winds at 8. That has really modified the atmosphere and changed our weather here over the last several days. It looks like we're going to see warm, mild conditions with a little bit of cloud cover increasing throughout the evening, with temperatures only dropping to close to 50 by tomorrow morning. A big departure from what we saw this morning. We'll have more details on what you can expect for the weekend and more enhanced look at that severe weather threat coming on Tuesday and Wednesday coming up in just a few minutes. Alex, back over to you.
Thanks, Nate. Jefferson County deputies are investigating the cause of a deadly head-on crash that happened this morning. WIAT 42 News reporter Stefan Dingle joins me in the studio now. Stefan, how many people were involved?
Alex, it was a heartbreaking scene. We had 4 people involved, including a 27-year-old woman who died upon impact, while the 3 others were transported to the hospital. Now, as I was heading to the scene, I was driving behind the victim's family, who got there as I pulled up, obviously heartbroken. Take a look. 2 small children were in this Jeep that was completely crushed from the front as it fell into a ditch after hitting that Dodge pickup truck head on. Now, the 2 children were transported to Children's of Alabama with serious injuries. The man driving that truck was airlifted to an area hospital, and he is said to be in critical condition tonight. Now, information gathered from the scene thus far is that one of the vehicles crossed into the opposing lane before colliding head-on with one another. Live in the studio, Stefan Dingle, WIAT 42 News.
Thanks, Stefan. New tonight, Birmingham police are investigating 2 homicides that happened within hours of one another. The most recent happened at 11:30 last night on Pearson Avenue Southwest. Police found 27-year-old Kendrick Smith of Birmingham behind a home suffering from gunshot wounds. He died at UAB Hospital. A witness tells police he saw someone in all black running down the alley after the shooting happened. Just hours earlier, though, police were called to a shooting at an apartment complex on 47th Street North. They found the body of 22-year-old Jamie Moore lying on a staircase. Witnesses told police they heard several gunshots on the street, but no one saw anything and are not sure how Moore's body ended up inside the building. Birmingham police say if you have any information on either one of these homicides, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. That number is 254-7777. Well, in Jefferson County, sheriff's deputies say there's no update to the search for 2 suspects involved in a deadly home invasion from Thursday. A third suspect was shot and killed by the homeowner. He's been identified as 22-year-old Raheem Tubbs. The homeowner was alerted of what was going on when his 8-year-old son called him after hearing someone breaking into the house. The boy grabbed a knife and hid under his bed and waited for help to arrive. Well, over the past few weeks, Jefferson County has seen a number of house fires that resulted in several deaths. Most recently, 2 children and 2 adults lost their lives when their Adamsville home went up in flames. Tonight, the community came together to make sure all residents in the town are protected from a worst-case scenario.
We do this campaign all the time in neighborhoods across the state, and we do find that people do not have working smoke alarms in their home, and that is a very large hazard.
That's the reason why the American Red Cross teamed up with the Adamsville Fire Department to go door to door installing smoke detectors for free this morning. Volunteers also checked to see if previously installed alarms were in good working order. In addition to the smoke detectors, the volunteers talked with residents to help them develop escape plans in case of a fire.
Alabama actually ranks top in the nation, in the top 10 in the nation, as far as home fires and deaths are concerned. We've responded to nearly 200 fires already this year.
A lot of houses that's in the city probably don't have smoke detectors, so it's our job to go out and make sure that every citizen in the city of Adamsville is protected with at least one smoke detector inside their home.
We accompanied the group as they made their way to homes across the city. We'll have more information on the campaign tonight on WIAT 42 News at 10. Well, in other news, Iowans will head out to the caucus Monday night, but Hillary Clinton's last-minute campaign is being overshadowed by news that she stored classified emails on an unsecured private server while she was Secretary of State. Craig Boswell is on the campaign trail with Clinton and has more from Iowa.
Hillary Clinton got a big endorsement from Gabby Giffords, a former congresswoman turned gun rights advocate after she was shot and injured in 2011.
Come January, I want to say these 2 words, Madam President.
Clinton, who is clinging to a narrow lead in Iowa, says she is best qualified to take office from day one.
So please go out and stand up for me on Monday night. And if you do, I will stand up and fight for you for the next 4 years.
But some lined up to hear Clinton talk about another issue, her email scandal.
Yeah, I think about that a lot.
Raj Shri and Dr. Sanjeev Agarwal are undecided voters. They're disappointed she didn't address the issue. What do you think now?
I think this is a very high-level national security issue. Yeah.
So at some point between now and Monday, you want to hear more about this story?
I want to hear more about it.
Clinton's opponent, Bernie Sanders, says he's staying focused on the issues that impact voters.
Right now, election well held today, I would say it's a toss-up.
The Republicans are also crisscrossing the state for support.
Don't we all like winning? We got to win, okay?
In Sioux City, Marco Rubio said Clinton isn't qualified to lead the country.
She believes she's above the law. What she did is because she believes she is above the law.
Rubio is polling in third behind Ted Cruz and Donald Trump. Craig Boswell, CBS News, Ames, Iowa.
The New York Times editorial board announced the candidates it's endorsing. For the Democrats, Hillary Clinton. On the Republican side, John Kasich got the nod. Well, take a look at this. A line is wrapped around the corner at Iron City in Birmingham. They were all hoping to grab one of the 1,300 available wristbands to get into a surprise free Blake Shelton concert tonight. The country star announced tonight's concert via Twitter this morning. The concert kicks off at 8 o'clock. If you've missed your chance to get in, Shelton will be back for the Dega Jam on July 3rd. Well, still ahead, the travel season is coming up soon, but before you hit the road or the sky, travelers were able to grab some advice and a few deals. And it's a story that's been the talk of our website. We'll revisit it and get your opinion. You're watching WIAT 42 News at 6 with coverage you can count on. More after the break.